Hi, good morning to everyone. How are you doing?
I
How you
trouble.
doing, Jeff?
Good. How about yourself?
Hi, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, just a moment.
Yeah, this is Al Andrews here.
Yep, good morning, good morning. So let's just wait for a few minutes. So it's 10:41. Let's start at exactly 10:45 to give way for other people who might still be joining. Okay?
Sure.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone.
Thought I was late.
Where's everyone from?
Hi, this is Al Andrews coming from Long Island, New York.
Long Island. Nice. I'm Diane. I'm from Fairfield, Connecticut. So you're not too far. You ever take the ferry over here to Connecticut?
Once I have, but I like to drive. I'm the guy that gets in the car and goes to anywhere. If someone told me to come to California tomorrow, I'm there. So I am that crazy guy. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Somebody just put in the chat that they're from LA. Who was that? That was
Spam.
That's me.
Pam. Pam, you're from near LA. That's
Yeah,
cool.
Thousand Oaks. Thousand Oaks.
Thousand Oaks. Okay, yeah, that's pretty out there. From Halifax, Canada, AJJ, and we've got a Jeff from Northern Canada, from Northern California. All right, so we're balancing the continent on both sides. We're kind of tipping towards the towards the mountainous west there. We need some middle ground
This is
and some
Elizabeth, and
people
I'm
over
from
here.
Texas.
Texas. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
There we go. All right.
From the Star State. Nice, nice.
Yeah, Lone Star State.
Lone Star State. Nice. Nice. I want to go see. I've got some friends coming up from down there. Actually, they're here already.
Oh, nice.
Grace and Larry. Yeah.
We're having
They're
some
wonderful people.
unusually cold weather right now for April. We're not used to this cold weather that we have right now.
What are you calling cold? 40, 50?
No, it's probably in the 60s. It's just never really in the 60s in April. It's never in the 60s in April. Usually we're in our pools already in Christmas. So to have it be in the 60s in April in Texas is unusual.
We'll
I
take
feel
60
for
all year
you.
round in the Northeast if we could.
I would take that. I would love to live up there actually. I'm tired of the
Jeff,
humidity.
Diane, to
Jeff,
shift, yeah, I have family all over Connecticut, Niantic, Monroe, New Milford, Goshen, and Milford.
Okay. The
Yeah.
land of Goshen.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that was a good icebreaker. Thank you so much for asking everyone where they are from, and good morning to everyone that's here with us on the meeting room. I can see that there are like new faces right now, so it's nice to see that. So let me start the mastermind already, okay? So that later on after the discussion, we still have more time for question and answer. So by the way, for those who are new to the mastermind, what's gonna happen is it's actually like a 2 hour time frame from 10:30 to 12:30 Pacific time. And what's gonna happen is for the first part or for the first half of it, we're gonna be having a discussion. Wherein mainly I'm gonna be discussing and I'm gonna be sharing my screen. But if you do have a question, feel free to raise your hand or call my attention throughout the discussion. And then the questions that I'll be entertaining during my discussion would be only about what I'm currently discussing. But after the discussion and no further questions are going to be raised on the topics that we have for today, then we will be moving forward to the second part, which is a Q&A session wherein you will be free to ask any question that you may have, even if it's not about the topic that we recently discussed today. Okay, so that's what's going to happen for today. And let me start sharing my screen. Okay, so the agenda for today is we will be having a overview of Progreda. I decided to do this just because I realized over the past few weeks or months we had new customers coming in. This is gonna be very quick. I'm just gonna go over the features of Progreda, and then of course again feel free to raise your hand if you have a question. But we will go over each one briefly, and then the main topic for today is we will be creating a personalized calendar, which means for some of you, you might wanna like set up multiple calendars for your business. So one might be like a 30-minute call only, and then others might be like 15 and then 1 hour. Hi, Veronica. Yes, can you hear me okay? Okay, thank you. It's okay. So we will be creating those calendars. I'm going to help you how to create that and then how to make sure that it is connected to the current automation in the system that will put reminders whenever someone books an appointment from that calendar. Just like how when you book an appointment with me or with anyone from Progreda, you will be receiving the constant reminders from us. Okay, that's why booking an appointment is also included. So this is our icebreaker for today. It's the same question that I asked last February, but basically share what your business is all about. Like what type of business do you do, especially for our new friends here. And then we are gonna, if you haven't used Progreda yet for the business or you haven't started using it yet, that's totally fine. But share with us what feature of Progreda, if you ever went inside already, what feature of Progreda are you most interested to learn about, if not favorite. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do, and I'm just gonna go around everyone on my screen right now. So Pam, would you do the honor to start answering first?
Sure. I work for my publisher, Susie Pruden, Itty Bitty Publishing, little books with a big impact. And I have my own version of this as well. My favorite part has been the social media planner. And I really want to figure out the whole workflows thing now that I'm in with Susie. Susie's got the full package. I have one module in my particular version. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you for sharing that. So that's one feature. It's a social media planner. Okay, and then Veronica, can you hear me? Can you please go next? Please share something about what you do. And right now, how do you use Progreda for your business?
Oh, good morning, everyone. So let's get it clear. So what I do, that's what you're saying. So I'm into the financial industry, a life and health licensed personnel, and I do financial education from individual to groups to organization, that kind of thing. So I started using Progreda. So one of the best things for me with the Progreda system is the email system, that automation of having to send out email and have the system respond not just one time, but several times for me with a follow-up. I really see how that works, where it is answering and not just that first email, but also that. And I'm saying, wow, that's good, because without me doing anything, there's just this automated thing that is just really answering and collecting information from the people that the email is sent out. So that's the key thing for me that I'm really into. There's so much more for me to go into, which I'm learning as well, but that's it for me for right now.
Thank you so much, Veronica, for what you shared to us. So that's another feature. First, we had social planner, and then next we had automations. And then Diane, can you please go next? Briefly introduce yourself, please. And then tell us about your business.
Okay, well, hi, I'm sorry that I look a hot mess. A hot mess. My business is Total You Health and Wellness, and I take care of people, body, mind, and spirit. And I had a brick and mortar for a year and a half until COVID ate it. I've been in business since 1981. And the challenge is taking a hands-on business and flipping it into an online business. So a lot of what I'm doing is enhancing the coaching aspect. And I am already a certified behavioral scientist, and I am now finishing my bachelor's for criminal science, human services. That is a mouthful. And I am going into more of a group coaching and a one-on-one tangent. Sorry, I'm rambling. I don't mean to ramble, but I am finding myself into a community advocacy aspect where I am walking the walk and I am learning what is actually going on in the streets, where hands-on resource networking with different community advocacy agency groups and networking, which is helping me to form my nonprofit, which is going to be a residency where there's a lot it's weird. We have a housing shortage, but yet there's a surplus of houses that are just sitting there vacant. And there's a way to get them, but it's a really twisted way to go to get them. So that's it. And okay, what I like about Progreda is I have a lot of contacts. I've been in business for a very long time. And the way to get the contacts into Progreda, and then you're able to label them where you know them from and how you want to contact them and how often you want to contact them. If you want to contact them by text, by email or with a phone call. And you can do a
Mhm.
ringless phone call, or you could actually get on the phone and talk to somebody. Oh my gosh, imagine that. So I just love Progreda because you can contact somebody every day, but in different ways. Because back in the old days, oh so long ago, it used to take 6 times to indel your logo on somebody's brain. Now with all of the social media and the billboards and the just mishigas going on out there, it takes up to
Mhm.
22 times for somebody to go, oh, hey, total you. Gee, I heard that. Gee, I saw Diane on Instagram. Gee, I saw Diane on TikTok. Gee, I saw Diane on Facebook. Diane's in your face. Diane's in your face. So, with all of that being said, Diane wrote a book. Gee, Diane did this. Gee, Diane was on local TV. Gee, Diane was on radio. Gee, Diane was on TikTok. Gee, Diane was on TikTok. Gee, Diane was on Facebook. Gee, Diane was on Facebook, and then that repetition. And then Diane gets annoying. Where do you stop before Diane gets annoying? And that's
Mhm.
what Andy's all about, because you've got to know, like, and trust somebody. And Diane's been in business since 1981. So
Mhm.
if Diane's in business since 1981, obviously people trust her. There you go. So
Okay.
that's what it's all about. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Diane, for all that you shared. You're an amazing person, and I like what you do. And no, you don't look like a hot mess. You look very beautiful and very pretty.
Thank you.
Both in the picture and your current your face right now, you look very pretty. So
Thank you. It's him.
thank you so
It's
much
him.
for
It's
all
not
that
me.
you shared. Thank you so
Thank you.
much for all that you shared. Okay, so why don't we move on to Al? Hi there, Al. How are you doing today? Please share to everyone what the business is all about.
How you doing, everyone? Good afternoon. Good morning to wherever you are. My name is Al from Long Island, New York. I am currently doing underwriting for commercial mortgages, learning through my mentor, and it's her business more so, but she's just starting to get me in the door with her and her team. So I'm just new to Progreda and learning a little bit more about the systems. Very fascinating. It's pretty much everything all in one, just minus a phone. But who really does a lot of cold calling these days? Like, unless you're trying to sit there and reach out to the suspects turned into prospects, if you will. Was it the warm leads? So, but very interested to learn more about it. I'm excited to learn more about Progreda. I've only begun to see a hairline of what it's capable of doing, and I know this will sit there and amplify what I'm doing along with my mentor in underwriting and in the commercial mortgage underwriting with her. And just look forward to taking it each day as is and see what becomes of this. So I'm on board and look forward to more future trainings and furthering my knowledge base. So cheers to you all.
Sorry, I was on mute. Thank you so much, Al, for what you shared. So, Al is also we're actually currently doing some training or onboarding with Al and Anita. So, thank you so much, Al, for what you shared. So let's move to our next person. Jeff. Hi, good morning. How are you doing? Please share about your business. So again, share something about the business and then what's your current favorite feature of Progreda.
Jana, was it me you were talking to? I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, yes, Jeff. Yes.
Yeah, no problem. I just want to double check. Hey, well, we actually one of my partners are on Elizabeth, and we help small business owners all across America develop their business credit to do what they need to do inside their business. And we've got a very simplified program that allows business owners to, number one, understand how business credits develop it directly to their business entity EIN number rather than use any of your personal data like your social security number or personal guarantees. And what that allows business owners to do is really grow their business in the way they need without the personal financial risk. So that's what we do. We're right now using Progreda a number of different ways to reach out and really try to make contact with those business owners. We're on a really aggressive schedule for reaching out in the fact that we're participating as a company in all the small business expos across the United States. So we've got 15 major cities that we're working on. And the advantage of being able to do that is we've got a lot of reach. The data points, though, that we're putting into Progreda are starting to get very large, like to the tune of 3,000 to 4,000 leads per event, and times 15. We're finding that that's one of the reasons Elizabeth is on to learning how to become more efficient in what the best way to be able to make contact with all those leads are through those periods of time that is still relevant information to all of those reaches, all those ability to reach into those business owners, and in succinct mannerism, be able to invite them to be able to ultimately sit down with a one-on-one conference with us to be able to determine if we might be a possible good fit to help each of those people alongside. So anyhow, we've got a lot more to learn of Progreda. The best part of Progreda that we love about it is the automation systems, where we're able to reach into audiences of several thousand people at the click of a button. And we're now through the system, and Jana and a couple other different people that have helped us on setting up our workflows, extracurricular stuff that we're working with them, that it's really cool to be able to sleep at night knowing that you're contacting everyone. I did get someone that pinged me back on a text that was sent out to a large group, and their comment was, do you realize what time of the day it is? It's got sent out at 2 a.m. So we might need to look at making some adjustments, because that person wanted off my list because they were not, that wasn't a friendly invite back. Anyhow, so just stuff like that, the trial and errors.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Jeff. And yes, let's talk about how we can change like the time on when it's gonna be sent out. Oops, sorry. So thank you so much for what you shared. And then so I have Avril. Hi Avril, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good, thanks.
Hey, can you share something about your business and what you do? And then if you've already been using Progreda, let us know what's your current favorite feature on the platform.
So I'm into life insurance. I do life insurance, mutual funds, and auto insurance, and also home insurance. With the platform, it is so amazing that I could get leads. And the third good thing that I like about Progreda is that it is automated. So when somebody sends you a text or a message, you get a response right away, because the system does that for you. So that is really, really good. And also the platform where you have social media, for example, you are able to use all your platforms on that one system. I've been using it from 2021. So it's an amazing program.
Sorry, I was on mute again. Thank you. Thank you so much, Avril. Is that correct? Avril or Avril?
Well, it depends with your accent.
So
Yeah,
thank you so much for
you're
what
welcome.
you shared. So I'm glad that you so again, automations was mentioned, the same with Jeff, and then she also mentioned about social media platforms being in one place. Okay, so thank you so much. And then who else do we have here? Elizabeth, hi there. Good morning. How are you doing today? I think
Good
you're with
morning. I'm
Jeff.
well, thank you. I am. I'm with Jeff. This is my first meeting, and so he's integrating me. I'm with Jay Galt, and I'm a business consultant. So, like he said, we help small businesses build up their business credit profile. And so I am integrating into the Progreda system, learning everything. It's a very user friendly. So far, what I'm seeing is a very user friendly CRM, and so I'm here to learn more about it and learn how it can benefit us both in our
Thank you
business.
so much. Thank you
Thank
so much.
you. Thank
Okay,
you for
well,
having me.
I'm glad to have you here with me. I'm glad. So, thank you so much for everyone who shared. So just a brief introduction of myself. Again, my name is Jana. I'm a Progressive technician. So, for those who've met me before, I've done onboarding, and also I hop on support calls with our clients. So, this support calls, they are for urgent matters. So, something that needs to be done ASAP. I will hop on a call with you. So you can email, or you can email us at support, or you can text us if you need anything. And if I see that you need my urgent attention and like the matter will be better solved on a Zoom call rather than just email, then I'll be calling you, and I'll ask you to hop on a Zoom call with me. That's how I do it. And then in the back end, when you have a project with us, I help the fulfillment our project manager to fulfill your projects, which is the funnels, websites, sometimes automations. It depends on the project that you have with us. So again, I hop on calls if you need help with me. This can be phone calls or Zoom calls. It would depend. Okay. So that's me. Earlier I have a colleague of mine here, but I think she has something to do already. So she won't be able to introduce herself, but I'm sure some of you met Marie Carr, Ms. Marie Carr already. She's Andy's executive assistant. So earlier she was with me, however, she's not currently here. So let me open up Progreda for a while. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over directly to the discussion. You might be familiar with what is on the screen right now. So this is the dashboard. So this is gonna be part of the overview already. Okay, so when you log in onto your account on Progreda, this is what you'll be faced with, which is your dashboard. Okay, so on the dashboard, these are the things that you can see here. So Jana, what are this? What is the colorful funnel? What is this? What is this? You might be asking, right? What are these numbers and what are this funnel in this circle or pie chart? So someone is in the waiting room. Just a moment, sorry. The dashboard is to give you like some sort of data when you log into. So this opportunities, it's a pipe it's here under opportunity. So this is like a summary. So how many people are in your current opportunities or opportunities board? And then what is the value or how much is the value? So this will depend on how much your product costs. So for some people, let's say the product you're selling is at $495, and then you have 4 people in your opportunities board. So meaning 450 times 4 would be the value of your pipeline. Okay, and then these numbers here, again, it's gonna be the summary. So there might be 10 people in your opportunities board. 8 of them are open, and then you've closed 2 people already. So is anyone here not familiar with what an opportunity board is? Just so I know if someone's here, hey Jana, what's on opportunity board? I don't understand what you're saying. Is anyone here not familiar with that so that I can explain further?
I
before
can
move
admit,
forward?
I don't know what that is. Yes.
Oh, it's okay, Al. So basically an opportunities board is this one. On an opportunities board, you will have a pipeline. So on a pipeline, it has stages. So these stages can be your sales pipeline, or it can be a pipeline for just your processes, right? So for this sales pipeline, there are just 5 stages: interested, quote sent, on the schedule, and then completed. You can have a sales pipeline and it can like new lead, hot lead, booked an appointment, lost opportunities, stuff like that. So basically this pipeline stages will depend on your business process. Okay, so for a real estate, let's say for example you're in the real estate business, your pipeline may look something like quote sent, and then something like that, like signed agreement, stuff like that. So basically it's just the process of your business. We're just putting them into a pipeline so that you have a visual of your leads going into each step of your process. So let's say I have 5 people here, like, okay, I need to follow up on this person because he's been on the quote sent for quite a time now, and I want him to be moved on the schedule stage, because if it means that they're already on the schedule, it means we already won them, we already got them, it's already a deal, right? So that's why you have a visualization. So you can move around an opportunity from one place or from one stage to another. So this right
Can I
here.
can I give some insight, Jana? Is that cool
Oh,
if I can jump
sure.
in?
Oh, okay, sure, Andy.
Hey guys, so let's just can you stop sharing the screen so I can just share myself
Oh,
so I
sure.
can see myself?
Let me.
Hi everyone, I'm Andy Audate. I'm glad to see you here, part of the mastermind today with Jana. Jana's doing an amazing job. Put your hands to the webcam if Jana's doing an amazing job. She's killing it. She's crushing it. So Jana does a lot of the onboarding, so that's why she is very acutely aware of the software. And I wanted to answer your question about like really what the opportunities board. I want you to think about your customers and your clients and think about what it would be like to have 1,000 new customers. Elizabeth's eyes just opened up and she's like, shit, man, fuck it. 1,000 new customers, man. That'd be crazy, man. But that's the goal here. When everything I'm teaching you, that I've been teaching, if you go to any of my webinars, you go to any of my trainings about mass awareness marketing. And how do you structure your business to manage the masses? How do you structure your business? If you're going to be speaking on podcasts and you're speaking on stages and you're speaking on, you're being interviewed on all these platforms to acquire customers, how in the world are you going to manage them? Who here has ever experienced you in the sales process where you're like, oh, like this happened to me a couple of nights ago, I'll be honest with you, where I forgot to do something. Now, this wasn't for sales. This was something completely different. But like me and my wife just got married 6 months ago. And she's like, Andy, did you take out the trash? Every Wednesday, take out the trash. Okay. Every Wednesday, I want you to take out the trash. Also, don't forget on Fridays. Right. So who here has ever experienced something where you're like, you know, you got to do something and you're relaxing and then you just remember? Who here has ever experienced that? Right. We all have. Now think about this for your clients. If you're dealing with 100 new customers, potential customers, meaning that they're currently in the sales process, how many times have you ever been in a position where you kind of just forgot, oh, John, I got to send John the proposal. And Tim, I got to send Tim the intro video. Oh man, I forgot. And it's late at night and you're on your computer and you're like trying to do, who here has ever done something like that? Put your hand to the webcam, that's you, right? Veronica's like, man, that's me, right? So the use of the opportunities board is to recognize that all of your clients, all of your customers go towards a specific objective through stages. So before they give you money, what do you have to do? You probably have to give them an invoice, right? So sending the invoice, that could be one stage. Before you do the invoice, you're probably gonna have to do some type of strategic call with them. So that could be another stage. Now, when you're managing hundreds, if not thousands of people, now, mind you, everything that Jane is showing you is mistakes that we've made. Without the opportunities board, last year we had 6,500 people go through our trainings. If John is at a different stage than where Jeff could be, for example, Jeff Shada, I know Jeff Shada here. So John may have just learned about our program yesterday. So he's at the beginning stage, but Jeff is already working with us when we're doing his marketing campaigns. So Jeff is at a different stage. Would it be fair to Jeff Shada, who's here? Would it be fair to Jeff if we called Jeff, who's been working with us for almost a year now, and say, hey, Jeff, my name is Andy from Progreda. Maybe you've never heard of us. Jeff is going to be like, are you serious? I've been on Progreda for a long time now. I know it. I'm with your team. You guys don't have your shit together. That's what Jeff would say, right? But John, if we called John and thought of him like Jeff, and we said, hey, John, I know you've been with us for a long time, and I hope you're having a great experience with Progreda. And John is like, I don't have Progreda, and I just saw you guys yesterday. That would be a bad customer experience. So how do we track each person? How do we track each person towards a specific objective? Which one objective could be a sale. Another objective could be onboarding, a successful onboarding. Another objective could be completing a credit application, if that's part of your business. Another objective could be, I know in Veronica's business, could be signing up as a recruit or having their first recruit in their multi-level marketing company, right? So these are all different objectives. So when you create your opportunities board, think about the objective that you want to have. It could be a sale. That would be the last stage. Then what are the different stages beforehand that has to occur for each person to experience to get to that objective? So, okay, close the deal. Well, I got to send them the invoice first. That's another stage. Before sending the invoice, got to do a strategy meeting. Before doing the strategy meeting, we got to do the discovery call to see if it's a good fit. Before this discovery call, they got to be a contact inside of Progreda. So now I have my stages laid out. So if I see John at invoice sent and I see Mary at discovery call scheduled, right? 2 different stages. I know I'm not going to call Mary and say, hey, Mary, did you get the invoice? She's not at that stage yet. Is that making sense for everyone? Just put your hand to the webcam if you're clicking with me. Put your hand to the webcam. So I wanted to give you a use case of really some examples of how you're going to use it. Now you can create multiple opportunities board, and Jane is going to show you how. So you can create multiple opportunities, as many as you want. So you may have different objectives in your business, right? As soon as they do your payment, well, maybe you got to transfer that to onboarding or another department, or maybe you got to take them through another journey. This allows you to manage your business. I'm sharing with you guys, once all of these elements click, your goal is like, now how do I fill up the opportunities board? Because the biggest challenge that I see with small business owners is that they have like the sticky notes and the to-do list, and they're trying to wrap everything up in their brain. but there's no system, there's no process. So if we have a system or a process to move clients along through a specific journey to have that objective, we could fill it up. Do you know in the opportunities board, you could put thousands of different people. So even though Mary, you haven't talked to Mary in 2 months, the last stage that she was at was discovery call. We just got to move her along until she becomes a client. Is that making sense, everyone, of how you'll use the opportunities board? Amazing. Jana, thank you so much for letting me hop on real quick and, just share value to everyone here. I hope this was tremendously valuable for you, but I just wanted to give you like a use case of how you'll use it. Back to you, Jana.
Thank you so much, Andy. So everyone, you're very lucky. Andy is a very busy man, and he doesn't usually like hop on our mastermind because of how busy he is. He just wanted to check in, and good thing that you popped that question at the right moment. So Andy already left. Again, he's busy. So he's not here anymore. But thank you so much for your question, Al. Was everything clear with what Andy shared so far?
It definitely was. Thank you to both of you.
Okay. So you're welcome. So later on we'll go back to opportunities. We'll circle back here. I just wanna go over the other parts like on their order here. Okay, I just wanted to do that. So again, that's the dashboard. Basically, it's to give you a summary of what's currently going on in your system. And then conversations is where you will see basically your conversations with people. So right now, do you see this icon here? Let me zoom in a little bit. So do you see this icon here? This means it was a text message. Other icons that we can see, but I don't think I have an example here, is an @ sign. So yeah, I don't think I have an example. If it is an @ sign, it means it was an email that was sent, or and then this, of course, it means that the last part of the conversation was a call. Okay, and then this will change like if the person came in from Instagram, because again, you can connect your Instagram and your Facebook to Progreda, and then but only Facebook business pages. Okay, so Facebook business pages can be connected to Progreda and Instagram. And then what's gonna happen is, if it's connected properly, your conversations will start coming in here. So messages that you are receiving from your Facebook page and Instagram page will be coming in through here, and you will be able to differentiate them by this icon. So if they came from Facebook, they will have the F logo. And then if they came from Instagram, then the like the camera logo of Instagram would be shown here. Okay, so that's how it's gonna work. Again, for conversations, it's gonna be your conversations from all stuff will be here in one place. Conversations from Instagram, from your Facebook, even Google My Business. If you have a Google My Business page, even the questions popped in there would be coming here. And then again, of course, text messages and emails. Jana, which number does this text messages go to? Which number does this phone call go to? Does anyone have an idea which number is being used to communicate through here?
Your Progreda number.
Got it. Very good, Jeff. Thank you so much for answering. Yes, it is a Progreda number. Okay, so your Progreda number is your marketing number, that it's actually the first things that are being set up when you on board with me. Okay, so we get you a Progreda number, and that number is going to be used for all marketing purposes, for automated messages coming, for all automated text messages that are being sent out. They will be seeing that Progreda number that we chose earlier. Okay. Yes, Diane.
Jenna, can we port over a number that we're already using?
Currently, that's not yet possible. So here on settings, if you go to settings, so that's on the lower left corner, and then go to phone numbers right here, you will be able to add a number and then put in your area code. So what is your area code, Diane?
203.
203.
409. Okay, sorry.
Oh, sorry, just the area code. So what's gonna happen is the system will give you phone numbers that are currently available for you to purchase on the area code that you provided. However, currently, is this in New York? Sorry,
No, it's Connecticut.
Connecticut. So currently, the 203 area code number in Connecticut is not available anymore. There are no phone numbers with this area code.
Of course not.
It happens. It happens. So a lot of people, like, they try to purchase a number and it's not available anymore. But if we get 916, Then there are numbers available, and then this is where you can choose that number. Okay,
Okay.
this is where you will get to choose that number.
So it was 916.
So,
I thought 916 was New York.
oh yes, I just put in a random number. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
gotcha.
A
Okay.
random area code. Yeah. So that is how it's gonna work. So let's say there are other area codes, of course, aside from 203, we can put that in and then see if there's something else. What's your another area code? Let's try it one more time.
805.
805.
That's mine.
805. Let's see. Hopefully there's one. Okay, so 805 has also numbers here. So you're just gonna choose one from here and then just hit save, and then you'll now have that phone number to use for text messages. Okay, so that's how it goes. So was that clear, Diane? So currently we cannot use your current number that you have and move it over.
Yeah, you cannot port over a
Yeah,
number as of
cannot.
yet.
Yeah.
I just have to figure out what other area code works in Connecticut and then,
Yes, exactly.
yeah,
And
I
then
got
we
it.
can try it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. And then calendar. So later on we'll focus on this. So we'll skip this part. I'll do it later on the second topic. And then contact. So contacts, this is where you will see all your records. So new leads, people that came in through our marketing. Let's say we posted an ad on Facebook or on any social media, and then we routed them to a Progreda website or to a Progreda form. If they fill out that form, they will be part of your system and they'll show up here. Another way to have records here is if you import your contacts. So let's say you are you already have a previous list of people. It's on an Excel file, or it's somewhere. It's on your email, something like that. You can put that email list. Let's say you have 400 people on that list, right? You can bulk import them here on contacts, and so that you can see them on your system, and you will be able to send them the automations. You will be able to give them send bulk emails and bulk text messages. Okay, so right here at the top, these are called bulk actions. This at the top are bulk actions. This is what you can do in bulk. So if you select 20 people, you can either change their pipeline status. You can add them to a workflow. So usually we add them to a new workflow if like we are creating a campaign. So maybe a re-engagement campaign, or we have a for let's say for Jeff, he did not do a webinar for so long, and then he wanted to do another webinar, but like those people that attended his webinar before, of course they might not be aware. So we wanna market to them again. So we will add them to a workflow that was created for marketing. Blast text. This is a one-time thing. So we will be able to send them one text at a time and send them anything in bulk. And then email, of course, again, an email blast. So for the email blast, you can send them, you can put an attachment. So you can create your email just like how you normally would. And then if you want to create, or if you want to add an attachment like a poster or something, you can do that. You can even bulk add a tag. And then maybe you're gonna ask, Jana, why do I need to bulk add a tag? It can also work for like workflow. So maybe instead of you wanting to add them to your workflow trigger is a tag added, then you will bulk add a tag. Or maybe they already have a previous tag, but you just want to add another form of communication to them, then we can bulk add a tag. By the way, a tag, it's, let's see if there are people here with tags. So there are no, so tags would show up here. It's a way for you to identify them easier. So let's say this person has a spring tag. So maybe spring means something to your business. Maybe it means that you need to reach out to them during spring, or they became your client during spring, something like that. And then here, let's say the tag is sales conversion, right? So maybe they are being part of your sales conversion workflow or sales conversion pipeline. So that's what a tag is. It's for an additional identification, or giving identification to your contacts. And also when they have a specific tag added to them, you can filter all the people with that specific tag, and then you will only add those people to the workflow, right? You will add only those people with that specific tag to a workflow, or you only want to send the message to those specific people with that specific tag. And then you can also bulk delete. Oh yes, Pam, sorry.
Thanks for waiting. Very often we are adding people to pipelines. Does this change it? So I really got to be careful with that. I can't really change it if they're in more than one pipeline.
Yes, so don't worry, there is gonna be like a specific here. So which pipeline do you want to change?
No, I'm
So
adding people to more than one pipeline. Can that be done bulk, or do I have to go in individually? I know how to add them individually.
you have to you can bulk add them one pipeline at a time.
Okay, thank
One
you.
pipeline at a time. Yeah, yeah. So you cannot add them like all three pipelines, one
Thank you.
pipeline at a time.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Diane.
Yeah, like I have my photography business also, and there's certain people that I want to contact in the winter about summer graduations, May graduations. So
Uh-huh.
a tag like that would be good because I want to
Right.
contact everybody about health and wellness, but there's only a certain population of my contacts that I want to
Exactly.
contact about the graduations.
Right.
So
Right.
tags like that are very useful.
That's correct, Dan. That's correct. And that's a good way of using tags. And then when you want to do that bulk text or bulk SMS, you just choose the correct tag, whether they are for those photography or for the health and wellness. Okay, and then you can bulk delete contacts. Let's say there are duplicates or stuff like that, you can bulk delete them. You can even send review requests. This will work only if you have a Google My Business page connected to your Progreda. And then you can export your contacts. Earlier, I said you can import or you can upload contacts. Even if you have 10,000 contacts. Pam was having a conversation with me yesterday. I think they're gonna upload 100,000 contacts, and yes, that is possible. That can be uploaded more or less 100,000. So yes, that can be uploaded and that is possible. You can bulk upload them, and then you can export them as well. So let's say if you want to see a visualization, or if you're going to use it for some type of reason, you can export your contacts. And then merging is if you notice that you have duplicate contacts but you don't really want to delete the duplicates, you can merge them instead. Okay, you can merge the contacts. So those are bulk actions. And then if you can see here, we have a tab that says bulk actions. So whenever you do something here, so whenever you select this, select a bunch of people and then do anything here, the progress or the statistics will show up here on bulk actions. Yes, Jeff.
Going back to the merge function again, we've got a situation that I just want to ask you about. So we did a webinar the other day, and all of those people were already in a database that registered for the webinar. But out of that, inside the webinar, we did some polling that then identified those people with different attributes that they answered a poll question on. So is there a way to import that data on top of the existing files to be able to know who answered questions or who appeared in the webinar versus all the ones that just registered and didn't come without screwing up the database? How would you do something like that? Would you use that merge function, or how would you do something like that?
Are these people?
So it's a subset that now is a CVS file that we can create from the webinar. And if we imported that into Progreda, could somehow we match those leads to identify who showed up versus have to manually go by each one and put them in there? Or how would you do something like that?
So okay, let me look up
And
at this.
maybe you need to deal with that just directly with us. I don't want to tie up the time.
It's okay. So one thing that you can try is when you import, so you map, right? And then here you hit advanced, and then here find existing. So it will say add new and update existing contact records. And then you can only and then another one would be add new contact records, meaning if it sees that there's a new or an existing contact record on that list, it's gonna skip it, and then another one is just update. So this is
Update,
so let's say those contacts are already, like you mentioned, those contacts are already in the system, right? They are already here in your Progreda account. It's just that you want to add that information. So maybe we can use update existing contact records.
Okay, and then just add another. Then we could add another tag for like showed up to webinar or something. We could call it whatever. Okay, cool.
and you can do the tag right here. You don't even have to wait for them to be uploaded. Like before we upload them, just add the tag already.
Perfect.
So when
Thank
they
you.
get uploaded, they already have the appropriate tag. Okay, so that's how
Excellent.
we're
Thank
gonna
you.
do it. So
Appreciate it.
but Jeff, thank you. You're welcome. But Jeff and Elizabeth, if those like questions, like if you wanna, you might need to like that's gonna okay. I'm gonna contact you, Jeff, for that, because there might be some stuff that we need to adjust. But if they're just like you wanna just update some stuff on there, this will be the best step to do. But if there's like
Mhm.
other fields, like maybe there are questions that you want to see in here on the records here.
Yeah.
Oh, I submitted. Anyways, it's a test file. Like you want to see here, then we would need to add some contact fields. And that's gonna be a different type of discussion. So
Gotcha.
I'm gonna contact you, okay?
Okay.
Can
All
hop
right.
on a
Thank
call.
you.
You're
Appreciate it.
welcome. So that's contacts, guys. So yes, you can definitely do that. We can update existing records. Yes, Elizabeth.
Hi. Hi, yes, in regards to the merging, if we had maybe somebody that had a number, but we didn't have much else of their information, and then we had an email, if they were separate records, one had a number, one had an email, and we did want to use that to merge, when you merge them, well, all of their call logs and all of their emails that were separate and
Previously
independent,
sent.
all be in that one new merged file?
That's correct.
Okay, just
So
want to make
because
sure. Thank you.
sometimes, yeah, that's correct. Because sometimes like if you create them manually,
Mhm.
it will create a new record even if they already have one. So let's say Fatme here. She's already here, but if I create another one even with the same name and same
Mhm.
email but a different phone number, it's still gonna create a new record. So that's
Mhm.
possible.
Okay.
And that happens like sometimes you just book them via like they're not yet in the system. Maybe you got them from somewhere else, and then you have
Mhm.
their number, you call them, you book them through the system, you book them through the Progreda calendar, that will create a new record.
So if we
Right.
were doing a promotion like you were just talking about, like let's say we did a Facebook or an Instagram or even a podcast, if they also find it through there, it's going to create them another record, and then we would then have to merge them.
It depends on the settings. So sometimes
Okay.
for those forms, if they're already here, we can
Mhm.
change so that it will not create a new record and just update their existing ones
Oh, okay, great. Okay,
if they're
great. Thank
already
you.
part of your system.
Okay,
So
perfect.
the
Thank you.
creating of new record is basically for lead generation when it's when we're trying to just get new customers.
Okay.
So it can be adjusted.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Oh really, Pam? That's perfect then. Because for yeah, for some it lets you for some sometimes there are bugs. I'd be very honest with you. Sometimes there are bugs and
Yeah.
it will have you create a duplicate. So don't worry if that happens, just let us know. I'll be there. Okay. So but yes, sometimes it is possible there are bugs sometimes, but don't worry about it. So and then like I promised, so we'll move oh no, sorry. Restore. We're not yet done with contacts. Restores are contacts that have been deleted. So you can restore them. So even if they've already deleted them, maybe you just deleted them by accident, you didn't really want to delete them, you can restore them here. Then they'll be part of the list again. Okay, just 2 steps, just select and then hit restore.
Excuse me, Jana. How do you
Yes,
delete a contact? I've never been able to do that, and we have some we want to get rid of.
here, just simply select their name
Okay.
and then hit the delete button here.
Okay.
By the way, Pam, for people who has staff, not everyone on your staff can have access to this icon, only for those that are on admin status.
Great.
So
Thank
yeah, so you might be giving like a task, hey, delete these contacts, and then she's gonna say or he's gonna say, I don't have that because maybe he's not an admin status. Okay, so if they're just user, they won't have that.
Okay.
Um,
Good to know. Thank you.
okay, so right, and then we have tasks. So tasks is you can actually assign tasks to your staff and then it's gonna show on their dashboard. So and then this can also be like part of an automation. Let's say you have an appointment setter or you have an assistant. Whenever a new lead comes in, we can put in an automation wherein there a task assigned to them called this lead, and then it's gonna show up here on their dashboard. So that's the tasks. It's under contacts because you can search either by name or by the task task list. Okay. And then company list and then smart list. So by the way, what is a smart list? A smart list is, remember we were talking about tags earlier? Let's say for Diane, she has those people who she only wanna contact for for her photography business. She can actually create a smart list of those people, and then the smart list is gonna show up here. So the smart list is gonna show up here. So let's say we're gonna filter tag. I'm gonna choose a random tag. Let's say here. Hopefully there's people. So here, there's the spring one. There are two people there.
Hopefully there's
So
people.
no, because there are tags here created for demo, but they don't really use it. So here's spring. So there's only one, but like you can create a smart list of it. So see this, save a smart list. So we can put in here, let's say photography. Like I'm gonna use Diane as an example. Diane, I hope that's okay. So let's say photography clients,
That's fine.
right? So we're gonna save that, and then they're all here now. So instead of you searching for the tag every time, you can just go around here on your smart lists and then simply click on them. So you only want to do the add tag once, or like filter them once, right? So here's all, and then here are photography clients, and then you can create more smart lists. Okay. And then this is where you manage them. So you can rename them, you can duplicate the smart list, or you can delete them all at once. Okay. So those are the smart lists. And then moving forward, like I promised, opportunities, we will circle back here. So Andy already explained what this is about, but now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna explain to you how you can create a new pipeline, or how can you create that new thing with your business processes. So basically you go to opportunities, and then you go to pipelines, and then you hit create pipeline. Now put in a name for this pipeline, right? A name. And then what are the stages? So like Andy mentioned, what's the goal of the business? So stage one, I'm just gonna do this, everyone. So, and then stage two, and then so on, right? And then one, let's say client one or whatever. And then I'm gonna hit save. And then now you have that new pipeline in here. Now you can always edit a pipeline and remove or add stages. So let's say I've been using this pipeline, but I after using it, I noticed I think I need to add another stage. Simply hit the pencil button, add stage. So let's say I want to add stage 4, but of course I want it to be here after stage 3. So all you have to do is press the arrow, and it moved up. If you want to move it one more, just press the arrow and then press down. See that? So it's just gonna if you want to move it around the stages. And then to delete the stage all at once, all you have to do is click this. Then it's deleted. Okay. And then to view that pipeline, you go to opportunities, and then you change the pipeline here. So if it is zoomed out a little, it's gonna look like this. And what's gonna happen is you might wanna change the pipeline, right? The one that you are viewing. So you wanna view demo pipeline, then you wanna view sales conversion pipeline. Okay, so this is where you go to change the view, or to change the pipeline that you are currently viewing. Okay, so that's it for pipelines. Any questions so far for everyone? Okay, great. So then we'll move on to payments. So payments is if you have a product that you're currently selling through Progreda, this is where you go to see those products and to see invoices.
Hey,
So
Jana,
as
can I jump in one more time?
oh, hi Andy. Okay, hi everyone.
Hey,
Andy's back. Let me stop sharing so they can see you.
I'm back. I'm back like I never left. Pam, I'm gonna ask everyone here, what would you like to learn? I just wanted to take do a little survey, if anything. Off the top of your mind, what are some challenges that you may be experiencing? whether it's in Progreda, in your business that you believe that Progreda could support you with. I'm gonna ask each and every single person who would like to go first. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go on Pam because I know Pam personally. All right, Pam. I know Pam, you were ready to jump in. All right, let's roll.
Yeah, and I do my own thing too, not just Susie's, but I have a lot of trouble converting people. I've got over 6,000 people in meetups and other places more, but they don't do anything. They don't even show up for anything. So it's a little frustrating.
Okay. So getting people to show up. Let's go with Elizabeth. Echeverria.
Hi, I'm so new to this program right now. So, but in general business, we are suffering from the same thing with Pam, getting people to show up, be active, and, to ultimately be able to sell. That's what we're all here for, right? We want to get that sale. So, or that client. So I'm with Pam on that.
Okay. Awesome. Veronica.
Hi. So for me,
do you have something different? Do you have something different?
So for me, it's two things. So I'm reaching out. So the emails are going out. So it's the next step is the conversion, right? To get them to opt in. So I'm working on that part of it. That's it. And also, I just realized that I have a 5-day challenge coming up. I'm going to be calling on Jana for that. So I need to know, which was what you was talking about a while ago, how to now switch from what we have done. We have sent out the mail pertaining mainly to the financial piece, but this is another thing which it ties into that, but it's a 5-day challenge for women and just creating and living their best life, which will eventually take us back.
What area of the software do you really want to know that you may be that may be a solution to your challenge?
Switching. It's like doing something else. Like we have that mass group, and now you want to take some of the people from that group to invite them to something else. If you get that. I think Jenna was just talking about that, how we do that. Yeah.
Okay. Jeff, is there any specific area of the software like, hey, I'm struggling in this area of the software, or I think this area of the software could be a solution to my challenge in my business?
Besides the conversion part is how much contact is the appropriate contact versus how much is too much. And I think my perception is that we don't want to contact them too much, but when I really think through it, the few people that have responded back, like, okay, take me off your list, are very few compared to what we've actually sent out. So I guess my question is, how do you determine like what attrition rate on mailing to a list? Like you lose 1% that want to opt out, like that's good, or if you're not, or you need to hit them harder until you lose 10% or 5%, or like based on your experience, how many touches keep going out until you see an attrition point that you say, okay, maybe I'm maxed out on touch points with them into a list to try to get them to do the next step.
Good question. Al, Diane, Avro, would you like to contribute and share what you would like to know?
How you doing, Andy? Yes,
What's up, Al?
I'm fairly new to Progreda here.
Welcome to the family, man.
Thank you. Was it the second time on the phone with Jana? Went over a call with her a few weeks back with my mentor, Anita. So she's the administrator to the account that she has me learning.
Is there a specific area of the software that could support you?
I'm still getting used to things. I'm just barely scratched the surface, so I can't say I know anything in depth yet. But I'm looking forward to learning
more
how to do everything as far as sending out ad campaigns, conversions, and all that stuff, and setting things up. It's a variety of things.
Amazing. Well, thank you for being here. The opportunities in the show up. So you're looking for an opportunity, you showed up. Congratulations, Al. Diane, Avro, anything else? Yeah. Anything specific that in the software that you would like to know that could be a solution for your business?
So I've been getting some spam. For example, you'll get a automation saying that you've got mail or text, and when you do call the number back, because they don't leave the number or they don't leave their email address or even their name, but you just get that call. So getting rid of that, that would be great. So I'm not wasting my time calling back someone that is just pranking or I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anyone else? So I want to address. So number one, what Jeff shared. How many touches is too much? I think there's everyone's gonna have a different perspective on it and different experience with that. How many touches? Some people are gonna say 7 touches is the point. Andy's gonna tell you as many touches as possible in a week, as many touches, because what you're gonna find, the people who unsubscribe from you and said it's too much, they were never gonna buy anyway. They were never gonna buy. If you really put your energy out to go and contact the person who unsubscribed, 9.5 out of 10 were unqualified in the first place. And they know they were unqualified. That's why they unsubscribed. They know they were unqualified. Like, no, I can't afford this, or no, I can't, this is not in alignment for me. I'm not qualified. So they're doing you the favor by unsubscribing. The people who stay, the people who do business with you, may be the quiet ones who are still reading their content. And what you're flooded with is just unsubscribe, but the person who's ready to do business with you is the person who is listening, the person who's watching, and the person who doesn't respond. They don't respond until they're like, you know what? I've heard enough. Jeff, I'm ready. Let's do business. So continue emailing, continue. How many times, if I look in our CRM, how many times we've emailed people and called people and texted people, and the person like does not respond to us. And then at one day, they're like, you know what? I'm fed up. I'm fed up. I'm ready. So you want to write this down, top of mind awareness. We want to use Progreda to stay top of mind. Some of your clients who are going to come and do business with you, it's not because they have one random email that you sent out. And that's going to be a reason for spam, by the way, if you're just sending that one random email. If you're sending out that one random email on that one day and it took you 6 months to set up an email campaign and you sent out that first email and you got spam, that's because you're what is it? You're infrequent. You want to be great? Frequency. Keep doing it. You're going to start showing up in people's inboxes because Google's servers are going to say, wow, this person keeps emailing and the person never blocked them. So you know what? Let's show them in the inbox at this point. But if you want to be in someone's spam inbox, send them an email one time out of the year and you'll definitely show up in the email inbox, okay? So you want to be frequent. You want to be frequent. You want to become friends. You want to keep seeing them. I'll give you a scenario. For me, I'm a speaker. I spoke at this real estate organization. Everyone in the room is making over $500,000 in personal income from commission in real estate. So I'm doing a presentation to them. 6 out of the 50 people, 6 of them come up to me. They have never emailed me before. They have never responded to any of my emails, never responded to any of my text messages. I did my research on them. 6 of them come up to me and like, dude, I know you, bro. You keep fucking emailing me. What's up, man? It's a pleasure to see you in person. It's a pleasure. Can I buy a book from you? So they needed that in-person experience, right? But the emails that I was sending was top of mind for them. So it wasn't the email that got the business from me directly. It was that speaking engagement is what turned them to clients. However, the emails what got me into the door. Stay top of mind. Stay top of mind. Pam, just remind me, I'm gonna go to lunch in a couple of minutes, but Pam, just remind me your challenge again. It was a conversion, right?
Converting to, yeah, I have lots of followers everywhere. They don't.
Yeah, how often are you in touch with them?
Well, it changed. I was doing pretty frequent things, but now I haven't done as much.
Every week, every month? How often?
Well, let's see. On Facebook, I did something every day at 8 a.m. when I saw people
in their email, in their inbox, not on Facebook, in their inbox.
Yeah, I haven't really had that set up properly, so no.
Yeah, so you're a stranger. Because look, Facebook is not our friends. Facebook is not our friends. I'm gonna share that with you right from the gap, right from the jump. Like, I'm from an impoverished area on the East Coast. The police is not our friends. That's what I learned. The police is not our friends. Same thing with social media. They look good, but the Facebook is not your friends. Facebook has their own agenda. So what I'm teaching you here is generate leads from the platform and put them into a sequence that you control. Because I have a friend, I have a buddy of mine. He put 11,000 people into a Facebook group. He was busting ass for years, put 11,000 people, got 1,000 group members in a Facebook group, busting his butt for so many years. And then Facebook changed his algorithm 1 month. And then instead of 11,000 people seeing the post, 713, that's the most he could get out of that group. 713 people got a chance to see it. So you may have the followers, you may have the connections. You look at the data, you look at the analytics on those platforms, you're never going to get the same numbers. And it's constantly being suppressed. Why? Because their business model is pay me for visibility. You want to get in front of your actual followers? Pay to boost. You want to get in front of strangers? Pay for advertisement. Does that make sense? That's how Facebook makes their money. It's free to us, because you know what? Do you know what Facebook's product is? The people who don't pay. So if you're looking to make money on that platform, you're gonna have to pay. But the solution that I found, and that's why I'm really like such an advocate for Progreda, generate leads from the platform. Get people off of Facebook and into your Instagram, into your text message. Get them on a phone call. Get them in your email database and follow with them there. Because I'm sure if I text all of you right now, your phone's gonna buzz. If I write a comment under your Facebook profile, it's very likely that your phone's not gonna buzz. Right? Who here that's true for you? Like if I text you or if I call you, your phone's gonna buzz right now. If I text you or call you, put your hand to the webcam if that's you. Pam, if I call you, your phone's not gonna buzz?
Probably.
Probably, right? Like that's the beauty of like with Progreda. That's why I'm gonna set up Progreda in a way where I'm gonna make sure your phone buzz. I got your attention. That's why out of 100 text messages, 98 will open up and read it. But if I have 100 followers on Instagram and I post, I'm not getting 98 people to see it. So if you really want conversions, get their attention. That's number one. And number two, get it frequently. Get their attention and get it frequently. So based on what I just talked about, Jana, how long does this call go for? Just so I'm on the same page.
Until 12:30.
12:30. So here's what my invitation is. Payments I think is important, but let's do a little bit more on the automations today.
I understand.
Let's do a little bit more on some automations, and then let's bring up some use cases. Let's do some examples. Let's like say Elizabeth. Hey, give me an example. Like use Elizabeth as an example, or like Veronica's campaign that we built for her. Like if Veronica allows, let's show the campaign. Let's show how many emails it actually takes to get people, how many emails and text messages that it actually takes to get people to make a decision and jump. If you look at Jeff, or even ask Jeff, if he gives you the permission, Jeff, you see how many damn reminders there are in your campaign to make sure to show up to your webinar? There's a lot of reminders. Because Pam, we give a reminder 30 minutes before an event, and something happens in 29 minutes. Something will happen in that 29 minutes to forget. They'll forget in that 29 minutes. Oh man, my son came in, my dog did this, and so on and so forth. Like, oh man, it's all of this happened. So be frequent. Be frequent. Here's my little guy, my little puppy, right? This is Bensley. My little puppy Bensley. I know if I have a meeting with you, if I scheduled a meeting with you and I'm not committed to the meeting for whatever reason, if I don't get any text messages 3 minutes before, 10 minutes before, I'm gonna forget if you sent me a message an hour ago or a day before that. Does that make sense? Stay frequent. Get in front of your clients. So Jana's gonna show you automations. So that way you know that part. So that way you can get consistent with building our automations. So that way you're focusing on your clients, but Progreda is gonna work for you in the background. Was this valuable for you, or did I just come in and kind of fuck everyone's day up? If this is valuable, put your hand to the webcam, please. Just give me feedback. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you being a Progreda customers. Thank you so much for utilizing the platform. If there's anything that I can do for you, that our organization can do for you, email me personally, andy@teamaudate.com. That's andy@teamaudate.com. Or if you just contact our support team and just say reference Andy, the team will get it to me. Thank you all for being clients. I'm gonna let Jana back.
Okay, hi everyone. So, Veronica, would it be okay if I show a glimpse of your automations?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
actually there.
Okay, thank you. So,
Do I need to come out?
oh no, it's okay. I'll do it from my end. Okay, so everyone, automations. Okay, automations. These are where your workflows are gonna be. Okay, so when you hop on automation, you will be able to see either folders or the automation itself. So this is a good example. She has folders, keep it more organized, and then she has a workflow outside. So right now this is Veronica's this is what was built for Veronica's project, a customer acquisition system automations. So for her automations, what happens is there are a series of automations that people will be part of. So the first one that they were part of is the invitation to the funnel. So here she has an existing list of people already. And what we did was we sent out the invitation or an email campaign to those people. So if you can take a look here, it's not just one email. It's not just one email, right? And that's what Andy is mentioning. It's not just one email to get a client to actually acknowledge your business. Okay. Hope we all hope that's not the case, right? We all hope that's just one email, one call, boom, client paid. However, it's not always like that. And what we want to do is we want to send them a series of emails and text messages in order to get them to pay attention to your business. So if you can see here, we sent an invitation to 113 people, right? To 113 people, and all of those people received these emails, right? So they had email, and then after 3 days, another email. After 3 days, another email. 3 days. So this is a total of 3, 6, 9, 10, 10 days, 1 week. So in the span of 1 week or more than 1 week, almost 2 weeks, they received 5 emails. And then we will be waiting for 7 days, and then we will add them to a workflow, and then that workflow is gonna send out another series of emails and text messages. So now you might be asking, Jana, what is the next step? So that is our first step, right? We're trying to get them to the funnel. And then, so first of all, by the way, this is just the system that was built for Veronica, okay? This will vary depending on what your business is right now. So it might be, so for Veronica, the main goal of the email campaign is to get them to a funnel, okay? But for some people, it might be that the goal of the campaign is to book a call with you. So like what I sent you guys, the emails that you received from me, my goal was to have you book or to have you RSVP for this mastermind. That was the goal of my campaign. For Jeff, the goal of his campaign is to have these people register to the webinar, right? Pam, maybe the goal of your campaign might be to have these people hop on a 15-minute call with you or Susie, right? So the end goal would be different, but basically most of the time the process is to send them multiple emails and messages. And it's not we're not gonna do it like we're gonna send them one message now and then another one later today. We don't we want to be present in front of them, but we don't want them to be annoyed by us. So I know Andy mentioned that if they ask to be D&D, then that's like, okay, I'll let you go. But still, we don't want it to come to a point that every day we're sending them emails, because it just doesn't work out to annoy them, right? To annoy them, like, why is this person? They might be interested already, but then, like Jeff said, the email was sent at 2 a.m. or the text was sent at 2 a.m. And then they were like, this person is annoying. No, like I was interested, but then I received an email at 2 a.m. No, right? So that's why we put in like sometimes 2 days, sometimes a 3 day gap. And then here, so this is the first part, right? We sent them to an invitation. If they did not, the goal is to put them here to this funnel, to show them this funnel, this opt-in funnel. Okay, so that is the goal of this automation, to show them the funnel that is currently not loading for some reason. And then, but if they do not go to that funnel, or if they did not sign up for this funnel, right, It's a sales funnel. What we're gonna do is we're still gonna put them into that nurture campaign. And this campaign is gonna be another nurture campaign. So this one is more like a wait 1 day before we send the confirmation email, and then wait 3 days, and then another email, and then 12 hours. We waited for 12 hours before we sent a text, another 3 days for the next email, and then another 3 days for the email number 4. So currently the people are on the wait day, or on the wait stage, right? They are on the wait stage, and then the next step is to send them another email, and then another text, and then another email. So I just want to show that the campaign or the nurture sequence doesn't really end unless you want it to end. So yes, Elizabeth.
Is there a way to, when you do that and you have the SMS, the text messages, is there a way to put a time that way they don't get a text message
Oh
at 2 in the
yes, your
morning?
question. Oh my God, yes, your question. So yes, that is, so here it is. Where was that? This one. But I'm not gonna save it. I'm not gonna save it. Let's but I'm gonna show you, but I'm not gonna save because this is like a live
Yeah,
one.
of course,
So
thank you.
so let's say this text. Oh, where is it? Not this one. This text, right? You don't want it to be sent like on a specific time. So you go to settings.
Mhm.
By the way, this is gonna apply for the whole workflow, okay? Not just for that text. So let's say you have 3 text messages. You don't wanna send those text messages. So you go to settings, and then do you see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Included days. It's only gonna send weekdays from 9
Okay.
a.m. to 5 p.m.
So it all happens in settings then.
Yep,
And then
on the
the text
settings.
will only go out during 9 to 5.
All emails and texts will only
Okay.
go between 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. So if we add Sunday and Saturday, it's gonna go out every day, but only from 9 to 5.
Now, is that 9 to 5? What
Can
time?
be
Because we
changed.
may have some clients that are on Pacific time. We may have some clients that are on Eastern time. So 9 for Eastern is going to be, quite early for California. So
It
what
will depend. Oh, sorry.
on the actual client? It depends on the actual client, what their time
No, it
zone
will
is?
depend. It will depend on the time zone of your business.
I
So
see.
Jeff, do
Okay.
you remember setting up the settings here? And then
Yeah.
settings here, and then here the address that you would show the time zone.
Right.
So for Veronica, it is Eastern Standard Time Zone. So meaning the 9 a.m. to 5 is Standard Time Zone. So Elizabeth, if your time zone is Central, then it's gonna be or Pacific, sorry. If it's Pacific, then it's gonna be 9 to 5 Pacific. That will base on your time zone here on the settings.
Well, I'm in Central, but if I have clients in California, they're in Pacific. So I think that maybe I think we just have to work with the system. Instead of putting 9 to 5, it might need to be 12 to 7 or
Yeah.
something more relatable to kind of have a universality of that. But thank you so much for that clarification.
Of course. Of course. Thank you so much as well for asking the question. So if you can see this folder, if you can see the folder, it has a series of, of automation. So it starts with the invitation, and then another nurture sequence if they fill in the opt-in form, and then another sequence for when they book an appointment, and this is gonna be for appointment reminders. So they are all connected, right? So from an invitation, they will fill out the form. After they fill out the form, they will receive reminders to book an appointment. After they book an appointment, we will go here. They will receive reminders about that appointment, right? They will receive reminders about that appointment. So that is how an automation system is going to work for your business. So like, let's say you have a product. So the first step would be an invitation or a campaign to show them the funnel to that product. And then another step might be the second part of the workflow would be if they already purchased the product, what's gonna happen next? So maybe the next step would be after they purchase, they will receive the confirmation email, and then a remind if it's some type of webinar that they purchase, they are gonna receive the reminders to the webinar. Or if you want to have a form before the webinar starts, you can put it there into the automations. So that's how an automation works. So now you might be curious, well, Jana, how can I create that? Right? Are you curious, everyone? Like how will I be able to do that? Yes, Jana, I see what you mean, but how will I do that? I want to do that. So all you have to do is first of all, you already have templates. If you check your work, everyone, if you check your account and then go to automations, I'm pretty sure you should have this folder. Templates, thanks for choosing Progreda. Okay, this is for everyone that signs up with Progreda. Um, whether you have a project or not, you will have these templates that is available to you to use. So for templates, these are mostly the automated keyword campaign, wherein if they text you a certain keyword to your phone number, or if they DM you on Facebook and Instagram, then they will receive a series of text messages, and then they will be a lead, and it's for lead generation and lead capturing. But what we can do is we can also start from scratch. So to do that, you have to go to create workflow. So remember, you go to automation, then you'll see this. And then you create a workflow. And then press start from scratch. And then press create workflow again. So again, that's a series of buttons to click on. Create workflow. Start from scratch. Create new workflow again. And then you will be routed here. And it's blank. Yes, it is blank. The first step that I usually do and that I usually teach my clients is to name it. Because do you see this? It's just a random number. So if in case you save it, you go out and you have a lot of random numbered workflows there, you'd have a hard time finding them. Imagine having 10 or like 20 of this, and you need to edit something very urgently, but you can't find them because there's a lot. So let's say demo. Oh wait, I'm gonna create this on the demo account, not here on. Sorry, I'm not gonna create it here anymore, Veronica, since it's gonna be a demo. So let's go back to the demo account. So as to not, I just wanted to show you an example of what an actual workflow looks like for a working client that we're working with right now. So again, start from scratch, create new workflow, and then I change the name. First of all, I change the name. So to change the name, just simply go here, backspace or delete it, and then demo 1 for mastermind. And then you save it. Okay. So before we go into the trigger and to the action, let's go here first. So this is the name of the workflow. Actions is going to show you the steps involved in the workflow. And then settings, like you said, like you saw earlier, you can put in a specific time for when it's going to be sent out, or any time that maybe that's what happened. It was on an anytime time zone, and it was sent as long as it's within like the after 4 days or after 3 days. So it's anytime. And then allow multiple is if this is turned off. So let's say I added Elizabeth to our workflow before. I wanna add her again to the same workflow because I made changes to it. She will not be added if it is an allow multiple. So it will depend on the type of campaign, but for us, for me, I actually allow multiple. Okay. And then stop on response is it will automatically stop the workflow for the person. It will automatically kick them out of the workflow if they respond to you. Any type of contact from them. So yes, Jeff.
Just wanted to verify. So when you say allow multiple for the crowd and for myself, that means for that client to be able to multiple campaigns, correct? That
No,
lead.
it means for them to be able to enter the same workflow multiple times.
Okay. The same.
So
So why would you want that out of curiosity?
so it may be like it may be that you are reusing a specific workflow. Like maybe you're just changing the emails of that workflow every time, and you want them to be part of it again. So let's say this is just an example. So let's say I have this webinar, right? I have the series of emails prepared, but I used it today for this month for April, but I also want to use it for our next webinar. I just want to change some parts of the emails, right? Instead of me creating a new workflow, I just want to use that same one. I'm just going to edit the emails and texts. If this is not turned on, Jeff, I will not be able to add all of you again to that workflow. So that's why we turn this on. And sometimes as well, if um like let's say a product, we're reselling a product, if they've already been part of the workflow, it will be hard for them to receive the emails and the texts part of this automation or workflow that we're creating. So that's why we allow multiple.
Can you just copy this workflow and do it for?
Yes, totally.
Okay.
Totally. We can copy it, and that will work
Rather
as a
do
new
it that way.
workflow. Yeah, you can
For
do
next-
that. You can do it that way, or you can just edit this. But yes, that's correct. And then, so stop on response again is if they reply to your text or your email or any type of communication that you sent out, the workflow will stop for them, so they will not receive the next emails and the next text messages. Um, we we don't normally use this because there is an action to remove them from the workflow. So that's how we set it up. So we don't usually use this anymore. And then this is just it will auto mark all conversations from people as read. So meaning, let's say I emailed you. There is an automation here as an email. I sent it to Veronica. Veronica replied to me. If this is auto mark as read, that email that Veronica sent to me will not be part of the unread. Oh, I cannot show you. Let me duplicate this. Because on conversations tab, because I want you to understand why this is important. So on the conversations tab, if we go to conversations, there is the unread. There is the unread tab. Do you see this? The unread column. So if we auto mark it as read or read, all emails coming from this automation. So let's say again, an automated email went out to Veronica. Veronica replied to that automated email. It's not gonna show up here. It's just gonna show up here under all. So this will work if let's say you are doing a campaign for thousands of people and you don't want your unread tab to be like very full. So you can turn it off. Okay, but you can also you can turn it on rather. You can turn it on, but you can also use it to turn off. And then this again, this is not being used anymore. It says depreciated. There is an action that we can use for this. So this is not used anymore. History is it's gonna show you everyone that came in here. So it's gonna show you the contact's name, the action. So let's say there is a send email action. What was the status? Did it go through? Did it fail? Are they on waiting status? Stuff like that. And then the date or the date and time it was executed on. And if it failed, you should see here an execution log. Okay, and then status it's like a summary. So for history, you will see everything. So if we have like 5 emails, you will see all of that on history. But for status, you will only see, so let's say Elizabeth, She was added today. She's currently on email number 3. Status, the next execution is gonna be after 3 days. So let's say April 10th, something like that. Okay, and then Veronica was added yesterday. She's already on the waiting status. Her next execution is on April 9th. So that is for status, and then for history, again, it's everything. So here you have to save the this green button. It will not let you leave the page unless you save it. And then draft and publish. Draft is the workflow is turned off. You'll not be able to use it. Publish, the workflow is turned on. You will be able to use it already. It's gonna work. And then triggers. The trigger is what's gonna start the workflow. It's what's gonna fire it up. That's why we call it trigger, just like a gun trigger. If you pull the trigger, you're gonna fire the gun. So right here, if the trigger is pulled, it's gonna fire up the whole workflow. So we have multiple types of triggers. We have an appointment status or customer booked appointment. So the difference between the two, the difference between appointment status and customer booked appointment is, for appointment status, you can like, let's say an appointment status is confirmed. Appointment status is confirmed, right? Or appointment status, wait, a better example is appointment status is canceled. So when an appointment status is canceled, you can maybe send them an email confirming that their appointment is canceled, and then maybe wait 3 days and then try to rebook them, or maybe wait 1 day and then, hey, I'm sorry we missed you during our appointment. Would you like to reschedule? Right? So that's when we will use appointment status. And then appointment booked is the name itself. When they book an appointment, you can filter it depending on the calendar or calendar group. And this is usually used. This is what we use for the reminders. Like if you book a call with me, for those people who has booked a call on my calendar knows this, they receive lots of reminders, emails and text messages. So the trigger that I used for that workflow is customer booked an appointment on my calendar, and then they will receive a series of reminders from me. So it can be used, like, let's say, not just for an appointment. Let's say you want to hold your webinar and the calendar that you used for the webinar is a Progreda calendar. So they will book that appointment, or that appointment on for the webinar, and then they will receive the series of reminders. Okay, so that's the appointment triggers, and then, or the appointment triggers. And then for contact, look here, a really cool thing, birthday reminder. So you can send out a reminder for sending happy birthday cards to people. So it's a cool thing. Yes, Jeff.
Gina, does that have to the calendar? If you're using your Google Calendar and it's driven in through your system, it's hooked up to Progreda, it's still going to trigger that appointment reminder workflow, or does it have to be calendared within Progreda specifically on the calendar? Because I know the Progreda calendar sees my Google. So is it equal when it sees that like that?
Oh no, Jeff. It needs to be booked through here to the calendar inside Progreda for this trigger to work.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Thank you.
Yeah, it needs to be here. So they need to be seeing this calendar and booking through this calendar for this to work. But good question. Good question. So yes, that's how it's gonna work. So again, that's the birthday reminder. You can, instead of birthday, maybe this Christmas. Just a cool thing, just a cool stuff. So day is 25. right? And then send out a Christmas card. And then another trigger would be contact change. So if there's a change in the contact, I don't know what actions can be used. And then contact created. So maybe if you wanna send like a welcome email to new contacts that you have, so that can be arranged. So here contact DND is because you can manually set a contact as do not disturb or do not, or as a DNC. So here, let's say this person, we wanna DND them. You can manually do it here. So you can choose whether to do not disturb them on all channels or only emails. So that way you can still send them text and calls. Right? So that's why there is that. Jeff, do you have questions? Okay, got it. Sorry. So that's the contact DND trigger. So whenever you do that, you can set out a series of like internal. So for this one, since if you contact DND, you will not be able to send them an email anymore. Maybe we can set up like an internal notification that hey Veronica, this contact was marked DND today, something like that. And then another trigger that we have is contact tag. So this was what I was saying earlier. If you like add a tag to people, then they can be part of an automation to put them into a some sort of email campaign or whatever automation that you want. And then yes, Pam. So you got to create all the content for emails and text messages. So the copy. Yep. And then
Yep.
custom okay. And then custom date reminder. This will work if like you are holding let's say an a regular webinar or a regular event every year or every 3 months. So this can work for you so that there would be like reminders of emails and text messages sent out. Note added because you can add a note to a contact. So here. So let's say Pam, I think this will be an example for you. If you start reaching out to like people on your list, let's say you start calling them to try and book them for Susie's appointment, you can add a note here like called 4/7/2023, no answer, something like that. And then you will be able to, let's say this, then you'll be able to see it here and you'll be able to track, right? So you can add notes. So maybe another note would be client is interested, call back after a month.
I would set a
Something like
task
that.
for that.
Sorry?
I would set a task for that.
Yep. Right. And then so there is a note and then you set up a task.
Yeah.
And then just say read notes. Maybe the notes was long and then assign it.
Yeah,
Right.
but
And
you
then
can, you
hit
can set the
save.
date right there. You see where it says due date at
Yep.
the bottom? That's
Yeah.
why I do that.
Yep, you can. Okay. So that's it for note added. So maybe when a note is added, we can put in an internal notification and send a notification to the assigned staff. Okay, and then task added. So let's say a task, I added a task for myself. I can add an action to send me an internal notification to let me know that um hey Jana, a task was assigned to you, right? So that, and then the trigger for that is whenever a task is added to me. And then other workflows that we have or other triggers that we have is task reminder. So it works almost the same with task added. And then here, contact actions. So customer replied, this trigger is commonly used for the templates, for the automated, for the automated keyword template. So this is used for the automated keyword template. I don't think I have one here. So you can select customer replied and you can add a filter. So you here contains phrase is your first filter to create the keyword, and then another filter to select the reply channel. So the reply channel can be a call. So a call will work if you want them to so you can delete the contain phrase and then just add reply channel call. So you can send them a series of text if you missed their call. So they called you, you missed their call. We can add an internal notification sent to the user. Hey, Jana, you just missed a call from a client. Here is their information. And then also a text message will be sent to that client. Hey, sorry you missed your call. We will be calling you back in an hour or two. Okay. And then chat widget. This is the chat widget that is available on the funnels or websites. Email, if they send you an email with a specific phrase. Facebook Messenger. Like I'm saying, once we connect Facebook, Instagram, and Google My Business, they can all be used. And then, of course, text message. And then another trigger is a form submitted. So form submitted, if you have opt-in forms on your funnels, so after they submit that opt-in form, we can send them a series of nurturing emails and text messages to get them to be a paying customer. Order form submission is once they buy or they click the checkout page. Yes, Jeff.
I know you're trying to get through this. Back to that form submitted in that
Yep.
flow chart. If let's say they opted in to have an appointment with us, and then later on we want them to fill out a form before our meeting, can we set that sequentially up so like they opted into a meeting, wait one day, and then send them that form to get them to fill out and send it back before our meeting? Is that possible to do?
Yep. So we can, so the trigger would be the first form, so the opt-in form, and then or the trigger can be the opt-in form or booked appointment, and then wait one day, and then we can send them either an email or a text with the link to the form. So yes, that is possible. But Jeff, if you want another automation after they fill out that form, then you would need to create another workflow. You need to create another workflow, and then we need to create another workflow, and then that workflow is gonna be form submitted, but this time the form is that form that we ask them to fill out. If we want to send them other emails and texts after they fill out that form. Okay, but if it is just them, if you just want them to fill it out for your own records, then we can just simply send them a text or an email with the link. Okay, and then again, order form, if we have a product that we are selling. Survey, so you can also create surveys here. So maybe you want to send them like some sort of a thank you message after filling out a survey. Trigger link, this is a more detailed one. And then call status. So again, like maybe the call was voicemail. This is an incoming, okay? Incoming call. So the incoming call went to voicemail, or if the incoming call was canceled, if the incoming call was completed, or if you were not able to answer it. Okay, you can use that as a trigger. And then Facebook lead form submitted. This is a bit different than just the form. And then here, membership area. So we also have a membership area inside Progreda, right? And then of course the opportunities. So see here, we can, let's say for this demo pipeline, you want a person to receive, you want your lead that's under stage 2 to receive a different set of emails and text messages, right? Maybe when they move to this stage, you want to inform them, hey, we moved you, you're now under this stage. We will contact you within 2 to 3 hours, 2 to 3 business days. Or hey, you're under this stage now. Please wait for further instructions after 2 to 3 business days. So you can create the trigger to be pipeline stage change. And then pipeline stage change, you can filter it in the pipeline. And then what is the stage? Right? And then they're now there. Then I want them to receive the notifications. Okay. So that's how we are gonna use that. And then the opportunity status, by the way, guys, is not this. This is pipeline stage. The opportunity status is this one. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The
Bless you.
opportunities. Thank you. The opportunity status is this. Do you see this 3? So this is the opportunity status. And then stale opportunities. That's just another part of it. I don't want to discuss that much. We'll go over those that are fairly used or very used. And then a new addition, since we started using TikTok, you can actually create a TikTok form and then integrate it here on Progreda. Okay. And then those are the different types of triggers. Again, the triggers are just are what's gonna fire out the system. It's not what's gonna send out, it's what's gonna fire out the system. The actions now are what's gonna be happening. So green, internal notification, this is gonna be received internally, meaning this is what's the staff gonna receive. It's not gonna be sent out to our clients. Okay, it's gonna be the one that's received by us, by the people inside the Progreda account. So why do we use internal notifications? Because just like what Andy said exampled earlier, we don't want to miss anything. So that's why we put in internal notifications. Like for me, if someone books an appointment in my calendar, where you can book the 30 minutes call with me for onboarding or for support, whenever someone books an appointment there, I receive a notification. Because I don't want to be shocked that, hey, oh, I have a call today. No, I don't want that to happen. So we can add internal notifications for everyone in the team or for a specific user. And there are 3 types of notification: a text notification, an email, and then an in-app notification. This notification, if you turn this on, you have to turn on the notifications of the website. And then this notifications, I don't know if you're familiar, but like if Facebook notifications is turned on for you, like whenever someone comments or something like that, like it's gonna show up here at the side. Hey, Jana Barbo, you have a new comment, something like that. So it's gonna look up like that. So whatever is written here, hey, Jana, a task was assigned to you. If I select notification, it's gonna show up here when I do that. Okay. And then you can select whether you want it to be sent to everyone, all users in the system, only to an assigned user, or to a custom number, right? Or a particular user. So for myself. By the way, if you add an action, and this is for every action, not just for internal notification, make sure to hit save action. Because here's what's gonna happen. See this, what's written right now is, hey, Jana, a task was assigned to you. I'm gonna change this to something else. But I'm not gonna save it. I'm gonna click outside, or I'm gonna add another action. But I saved this, right? I did not save this earlier. So see, the changes I made to the text message did not save. And what's even harder is, let's say I added a send SMS. I put in all my heart, typing it out, but instead of saving, I hit plus again, or I hit close. You see, the new SMS that I was just typing did not save. It was not here anymore. So that's why it's important that whenever you add a new action, after you type it in, hit save action always. Okay? Hit save action always. And then, so the most commonly used actions are external and internal. So sending emails and texts, again, for campaigns, when you want to nurture someone and you want to put them in, or you want to hook them into your product, SMS and email. But remember earlier, the example workflow has one step in between them, the wait step. Because if we set it up this way, after they sign up or whatever, after the trigger, it's gonna send them a text and an email all together if there's no wait step. And then let's say you have another email that you want to send, because it's a sequence, right? You want to send them an email sequence, but you did not put a wait step. All these are gonna send to them all at once. So they might not even mark you anymore. It might be their computer automatically marking you, or their Google Chrome, Google email automatically marking you spam because you sent them 5 emails all at once. So always remember to put the wait step, And when you add a wait step, for campaigns, so for email and text campaigns, wherein we just add them to the workflow, we want to send them a series of emails and campaigns. The wait step is just time delay. And then we will just put here the number of days or hours or minutes. But if we are talking about a schedule, so let's say customer booked appointment, right? I'm gonna save it. If you're talking about a schedule or a booked appointment, the wait is actually wait for event or appointment time. Wait for event or appointment time. And then, so this time the system is gonna wait. So this is before, right? So the system is gonna wait one day before the appointment date that was booked by the client before it moves to the next step. Okay? So that's the difference. That's the difference between wait time delay and then wait event start time. Event or appointment time. This is usually just for campaigns. You just want to wait a specific number of days or hours. Wait for event or appointment time is if they booked an appointment with you. Okay. And then so we have all external communications. So you can send again a Facebook Messenger and Instagram DM. This is Diane. Were you the one who mentioned about the ringless voicemail?
Yes,
Someone
I did.
mentioned
About the ringless voicemail.
ringless. Yep. So that was it. Ringless voicemail. So you can just upload the file. So just simply upload the So simply upload the file of your recording or whatever you want to tell them. And then Facebook, and then manual SMS. So for manual SMS, like let's say you want it to be automated to a point wherein they are being nurtured, but at the last moment or maybe at a step you want to send them a personalized text and not one that is like a template, then you can add a step for manual message, and you will receive a reminder for this. And then also manual call, and then again Google My Business. I'm not going to talk about affiliate for now. And then CRM. So you can add a contact tag. So let's say after they fill out a form, I want to add a tag to them, form opt-in form filled out, or I want to remove a tag, create or update an opportunity. So you can also automate creating an opportunity here, because not everyone that that goes into your system is going to be part of your pipeline. Not everyone that fills out or that goes into your system is going to be part of your pipeline. If you want that to be automated, and add the action, um create or update opportunity. Look here, you can even automate adding a note to the customer, and then assign to user. So this is applicable like if you have an assistant that you want to be specific to handling that customer, so assign the user. You can also remove the user. You can add them to a workflow and remove from workflow. So remember earlier the stop on response, I said we don't usually use it because of this. Remove from workflow. So you can choose to remove them from this existing workflow, or you can remove them from all workflows they are part of. So this action, remove from all workflows, it is usually used when someone unsubscribe. So if they reply to you, unsubscribe, stop, cancel, remove me, that can be automated wherein the trigger is customer replied, and then the action is set contact DND and then remove them from all workflows. Okay, so that's why there is an action to remove them from all workflows. And then this is maybe they are part of a nurture sequence or of a campaign, but they already bought your product. So of course you don't want them to receive all the next emails that's part of that campaign, because they already bought it. So you want to remove them from that workflow. And then again, the send internal notification, like I said earlier, and then set contact DND. So aside from you being manually able to DND a contact, you can actually automate it. Okay, and then send review request. Again, this will only work if you have a Google account connected. Stripe one-time charge, update appointment status. So you can even update the appointment status. And then here you can automate adding a task to a person or to a assigned user. Okay, and then update contact field. You can even update their contact fields, like you can update their email, their phone number, their name. And then here, membership actions, you can automatically grant them the access or the login information. And then here is the wait and the if else. So I feel like because it's already 12:50 and I actually already went over time of what we promised. And I do understand that the discussion of the automations was fairly short and that you might have questions. So but basically to cap this off, after you add the actions that you wanted to do, you simply save it and then hit publish and then save it. Okay, again, if it is, even if this workflow is very well built, if it is on draft, it's not gonna work. So please don't worry, it happened to me before. Turns out it's unpublished. It's on draft mode. So please always remember to publish it and then hit save. So like I said earlier, if I add something here, but, and then I try to leave, right? So I try to leave and it's blinking, right? I try to leave the page. It's not gonna let me do very quickly. It's gonna ask me, you haven't saved the changes. Do you still want to proceed? Okay, and then that's when I can leave. Okay. So again, this is a very short, very brief explanation of workflows and how you can build them. If you want to learn more about it, there's the support page, and I've already discussed automations before. It's on our YouTube page. So our YouTube is just Progreda. Our YouTube is just Progreda. So here. And then you'd actually see that these are the first 4 webinars already. I think the third or the fourth, the third or the fourth one would be about automations. So it's youtube.com/@Progreda. That's where you can go to learn more about automations. So and then for those people that would still need support, this is my calendar link. Please save it. You can book a 30-minute call with me. Okay, you can book a 30-minute call with me. Avril, Daya, Al, Elizabeth, everyone here in this room. If you would need additional assistance, feel free to book a call with me. Okay.
Sure thing.
Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you, Janet.
okay.
Thank you.
So you're
Thanks, Jenna.
welcome. You're welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for everyone who joined. I promised you a Q&A, however, time is up, and I do have like a next meeting for the team. So
It's Andy's fault.
I'll tell you off, Pam. Kidding. So in return, I'm just gonna give you the calendar link. I hope you saved it. So just book a call with me. It's a 30-minute time slot for each one of you. So if you have your questions, just pop it in there. Or another one is you can send me an email to Jana. So my first name @timodate.com. And I can answer you, or I can send you Loom videos. Okay, so it's either that if you don't have time for a Zoom call. Okay, and then like usual, this call will be we will process this call, post processing, and then we will post it to our YouTube page on Progreda for you to review. So please give us a few weeks to do that. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone, for your time and for all the questions that you asked, for all your inputs. It was very meaningful. I'll see you all June. Okay, I'll see you all in June.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you. Bye
Janet.
bye.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Thank you so much, Jana. Have a good
Bye.
weekend, everyone.
God bless everybody. Happy
Thank
holidays.
you. Oh, thank you so
Bye-bye.
much. Happy
Happy Easter.
Easter. Uh-huh.
Be well. Yes, blessed Easter. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Peace. God bless.